Hello, my dear students. A very good morning to all of you. So, in the previous class, we have studied about the object oriented programming and the advantages of it. So, in today's class, we will continue with getting started with Java. In order to develop applications on Java, we first need to install Java Development Kit, that is JDK version 1.5 or 1.6. So without installing the Java Development Kit, you will not be able to use a Java programming language. So first you need to install the JDK, whether it would be of version 1.5 or 1.6 on the computer. Then we follow this 3-step procedure to develop the application. First, enter the program in Notepad, then compile the program with JavaC compiler, then finally run the program in Java. So you have to enter the program in Notepad and you have to run it in command prompt using the JavaC compiler and finally running the program with Java and file name. Now let us see first how to enter the Java program. Java program is entered into the computer using the text editor such as Notepad. First, follow the steps given below to enter the program using Notepad. First, go to the Start menu, then select All Programs, Accessories and Notepad menu options to load the Notepad. After that, type the program in the new document. After typing the program, select File and Save menu option to save the program. Select All Files option in the Save As type box or Save As dialog box and type the name of the file with the extension name .java in the file name box. Okay, so you have to save the Java file with the extension .java. Then click on the Save button and your file will get saved with the extension .java. Now, how to compile a program? Compilation, it means to check that whether your program is error free or not. If any error will be there in your program, then it will be find using JavaC. So you can find the error and then you have to first correct it and again you have to compile your program. Java program is compiled at the DOS prompt. So you need to go to the command prompt in order to compile your program. Now to compile the Java program, follow the steps given below. First, select Start, then All Programs, Accessories, Command Prompt menu options for accessing the DOS prompt. In DOS prompt or command prompt, change the directory folder where your program is saved by typing the DOS command cd and folder name. Okay, so first you have to change the directory or of the folder where your file is saved. For example, if your file is saved in D drive, then first you have to go to D drive. So change directory, that is CD. So using the CD and then typing the directory or the folder name, you can go to that path. Now to compile the program, type JavaC and the file name with extension. For example, the name of our file is document1.java. So you have to type JavaC document1.java and the program will get compiled. So here we have seen how to write a program and compile a program. Now finally let us see that how to run a program to show the output. In order to run the compiled Java program, type the command java and file name without extension. So to run a program there is no need of writing the extension. Simply you have to write java and document1. The program will run and you will get the output. For example, to understand the process of developing the applications in Java, let us write a simple program to display a message on the screen. Enter the following program in Notepad and save it with the name message1.java as explained above. So here we are writing a simple program. Public class message1 and in that a main method, that is public static void main string arguments, and you have to write one print statement. System.out.println is used to show the output, is used to show some message to the output. So everything you want to display as an output you have to write in system.out.println. So here we are writing I am learning Java in double quotations and we are closing the program. Now after saving the program with .java extension, go to the DOS prompt or command prompt as explained earlier and compile and run the program as illustrated on the screen. So you can see the output of the program, that is I am learning Java after the DOS prompt as shown below. So here first they have gone, or they have changed the directory. So they have gone to CR CD document. So first it means a program is saved in document. So they have gone to CD document. After that they have compiled the program using javac message1.java. After that they have run the program using java message1, and finally the output will be displayed here. Okay, so first you have to go to the directory where your program is saved. If your program is saved in C drive, then you have to write cd C. D, here the program is saved in document, so they have written document. To understand the coding of the above program, you should be aware of the basic concepts and syntax of Java programming. Before discussing the syntax of the various Java statements, let us first understand the concept of data types and variable in Java. So here we will see about the data types. So what is a data type? Data type refer to the type of the data that is used in the program. There are two kinds of data types in Java. First is standard data type, second is derived data type. Standard data types are built into the Java language, which includes the following data types. First is byte. Byte, it means 8-bit byte length integer data type, and the range is -128 to +128 and 0 to 25, that is unsigned and signed. Next is short. 16-bit short integer data type with the range -2.15 to 2 raised to 15 minus 1. Next is integer. 32-bit integer data type with the range -2 raised to 31 to 2 raised to 31 minus 1. Next is long. 64-bit long integer data type with the range -2 raised to 63 and 2 raised to 63 minus 1. Then float. 32-bit single precision floating point data type with the range up to 10 raised to 39. Next is double. 64-bit double precision floating point data type with the range up to 10 raised to 317. Character. 16-bit single character data type. Boolean 1-bit data type with the values true or false. So let us study it in detail. So if you want a data type in byte, in a form of byte, then you have to choose a byte data type. Then short, it means a short integer. Integer means an integer from the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 215, 2000 and something. So that is integer. Long, it means the data type same as integer, but it can carry the more range. It means you can write a numbers in crores, in millions and billions. Then float. Float, it means decimal point. If you want to calculate a percentage, if you want to write anything using a decimal point in the floating value, then you have to select a float. Then double, it means the range will be increased. It is similar to float, but float is having 32-bit single precision floating value, while double is having 64-bit double precision value. Character, to write the character. If you want to take a data in the form of character A, B, C, or in the form of string, in the form of word, then you have to select character data type and boolean for the value returning true or false. Okay, so these are the standard data types. Now next is derived data type. Derived data types are based on the standard data type. An example of the derived data type is string, which is based on character data type. String data type can store alphabets, it can store the digits and other characters including the space. Okay, so today we have studied about the data types. We have seen various data types, and we have already seen getting started with Java, how to write a program, how to compile a program, and how to run a program. So here we are finishing our session with this. We will continue with the topic constants and variable in our next session. For now, bye bye. Have a great day ahead.